Yeah, you like that new intro, don't you? Yeah, that's what happens when your son, is one of them visual arts people that can do that stuff for you. I can't do that. It's my wife and my son. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. You saw my community feed. You saw my life has been crazy. And yeah, this is not my full-time job, so other things take precedence over this. But let me tell you what doesn't take precedence, and is me looking at sports, talking about sports, and analyzing sports. And when I saw this PFF, I guess it stands for Pro Fake Football. I actually think it stands for Pro. What does it stand for? I don't have this thing memorized. It stands for Pro Football Focus. When I saw this list, and I'm not going to call it terrible. I'm not going to call it terrible, but when I saw it, I said I had to say something about it. First of all, they're violating rules with this list, and they're violating because they have a tier. So they have a tier system. And you know what? I like a tier system. If you watch some of my DFS, videos back in the day, I had tiers. So I love that. But you can't have tiers and rankings because tiers basically mean that none of the players in that tier are really significantly different. So they're violating a lot of rules here. They got the tier. I mean, let's we'll walk through the tiers, and I will give you my thoughts on this pro football focus. Top 32 quarterbacks. I'm just gonna spoiler alert. I don't think so. All right, so let's start with Patrick Mahomes, and I really can't argue with Patrick Mahomes. Yes, he looked human this year, but definitely, and when I think of this list, the way I think of it like if I were starting a football team, not like a draft where age matter, but if somebody said, Walter, you got to win the Super Bowl this year, yeah, I can see putting Patrick Mahomes in at the top of the elite tier. Once again, there shouldn't be any differences, but we're going to skip over that. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, the number 2 quarterback in football. I mean, I know a lot of people really, really like Joe Burrow. I mean, cool dude, did his thing at LSU. Definitely somebody I would like to hang out with. But Joe Burrow, would he be the same person without Jamar Chase and Higgins? I mean, they have a rapport since college. Would he? Number 2. I don't know, man. His agent must have paid for this ranking on this list. All right, so we got to look at number 3, number 4 at the same time. I mean, Lamar Jackson, to me, a quarterback earns their stripes in the playoffs. And I mean, I don't know. I think Josh Allen is a more sturdy and better version of Lamar Jackson. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that. Lamar Jackson MVPs, blah, blah, blah. But for all those MVPs, what does he have to show for it? I know people all the time talk about individuals and, Super Bowl is a team thing and MVP is I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I believe that if you had Patrick Mahomes on the Ravens, he probably would have the same amount of Super Bowls. So I don't even want to hear that. But I mean, I'm not saying I think Lamar Jackson definitely deserves to be in this elite tier. But if we're dicing up tiers like Pro Football Focus decided to do, I'm definitely putting Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson. But I mean, I really can't hate. I don't know. I feel like Joe Burrow might belong in the next tier, high-end starters. But you all can tell me what you think about that. Next, you have Jalen Hurts, and man, isn't it amazing what winning a Super Bowl can do for how people view you, which is why I think some of these people we're going to talk about should be higher and lower. But if you had even done this ranking at probably game 6 of, last season, there's nobody, maybe Jalen Hurts' mama, but nobody outside of that would have ranked him number 5, but the guy has made it to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. So there's not much I can hate on Jalen Hurts being number 5. Jaden Daniels, this is, and that's kind of high for just one season. I mean, first of all, Jaden Daniels appears to be a very likable person, great person, good family, got a mom that don't play. That reminds me of my mom. If I were in the NFL, my mama would have been like that. So all those things are good. I mean, he is making, the DMV, as they call it around here, DC, Maryland, Virginia. He's making the DMV people just, feel a type of way that they haven't felt in a very, very long time. But 1 year putting him at the high-end starters, I mean, I think that's a little much. But you know what? He might prove me wrong. And if he plays like he played last year, he might prove me so wrong that he might end up in that first elite tier by the time they do this ranking next year. Matthew Stafford still with the high-end starters. Have you bumped your head, PFF? Matthew Stafford had a losing record until he met some guy with the Rams named Sean McVay. Sean McVay and the Rams and the defense and other factors are the reason why he has won. He was 15 to 20 games below 500 in Detroit. And I believe a high-end starter can elevate their entire team. And you're like, well, Walter, he won a Super Bowl. Yes. So I'm not saying drop him 2 or 3 tiers. I'm just saying we can't act like them first 10, 15 years didn't happen. Oh, Justin Herbert. I mean, he looks like a prototypical, 2010 quarterback. And he has the arm, but high end, he can't. Come on now. He is proven. We have proof now. What does it say? He might be the best regular season quarterback in non-clutch situations. You don't pay quarterbacks to be in non-clutch situations. Man, if you gave me a 64-0 lead, I bet you I could win that game 64-62 because it wouldn't need to be clutch. I would just have to run out the clock. Justin Herbert, get out of here, putting him in the high-end starters. He's probably with the solid starters who have flashed high-end play. Jared Goff, Jared Goff? Number 9? Did everybody else retire? I mean, I'm happy for Detroit as much as, I can be for a non-Falcons team. Jared Goff, that's a good running team. That's great coaching. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 9. All right. Geno Smith. Geno Smith is a top 10 quarterback in our Lord's year 2025. Man, talk about greasing the wheels. Talk about fake news. Do they think this is Alex Smith from 10 years ago and they got... Okay. Whew, Brock Purdy. Can I borrow some money? Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is in the same boat as Matthew Stafford without the Super Bowl ring. He has a good coach, sort of. You know how I feel about Kyle Shanahan, 28-3. Blew that lead. I know you can blame, Dan Quinn. But anyway, he's blown a couple of, big leads for the 49ers. But that being said, that's just me being salty. He is an above average coach. Brock Purdy, number 11. I mean, all right. So the people at PFF would start a team with Jared Goff and Geno Smith over. No, they wouldn't. All right. Solid stars would need more help. Yeah, Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love is the reason why I think it's kind of dangerous and crazy to put Jaden Daniels so high, because Jordan Love was definitely, if they had done this list last year, was definitely in a higher tier. I know injuries and all those things, but yeah, Jordan Love, we're going to have to show and prove about that. Baker Mayfield. A lot of people talk slick about him. I know a lot of people either love or hate him. All the commercials, his personality. I don't know, man. Way he's been playing, I know you're like, he has some hella wide receivers. I know what you're thinking. I guess I don't mind it here. But you think Geno Smith, even Brock Purdy, even Jordan Love, I don't know about that. CJ Stroud. See, once again, this is why Jaden Daniels is kind of crazy to have so high. He was definitely in a higher tier. Once again, another quarterback with a sophomore slump. We'll see what happens this year. Kyler should have played baseball instead of football. Murray. I mean, this guy, he has a great agent. He has managed to get a lot of money, and doesn't have a lot to show for it. Yeah, he's fun in Madden, but I would not want him as my, quarterback in real life. Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he's like a longer haired, version of he's the East Coast version of Justin Herbert. Um, Obviously, great college career. I mean, he has some reinforcements this year, so we'll see what happens. So this tier is solid starters, but need more help. I don't know what am I? Dak Prescott, highest paid quarterback in football up there. Dang, that hurts, man. Number 17. Jerry Jones, the people at PFF said y'all could have paid Geno Smith. Man. Jared Goff, number 17. And I have a love-hate relationship with Dak Prescott. He had one of the best seasons in Mississippi State history, and I'm an alumni of Mississippi State. That was like a decade ago. Oh, my God. Number 17. That is embarrassing. Another fail for the Dallas Cowboys. Man, y'all in the same division as the Eagles and the Commanders. That's tough. But he shouldn't be. He's better than 17th based on the people. He is not worse than Kyler Murray or Trevor Lawrence. But we get to move on. Tua, man, you need to retire, man. I'm tired of seeing you injured, man. You seem like a really good and nice person I would like to meet. I don't want to see you out there on the field anymore. Plus, most left-handed quarterbacks look terrible throwing the ball. I know. And you're like, Walter, what about Michael Vick and all of the... Yeah, I know. But yeah, Tua, I just don't like what I'm seeing. I really hope that he takes his money and coaches high school football. Young players with a wide range of potential outcomes. Man, Bo Nix, number 19. Below Tua. Below Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray. Below my boy Geno Smith, number 19, man. He's not going to be this low next year. When he is on. This is the lowest you're gonna see him for a long time. Same thing with Bryce Young. Bryce Young needed some time. Bryce Young is on a not so good team in the Panthers. This is the lowest you're gonna see Bryce Young, another Alabama quarterback on this list. So many Alabama quarterbacks on this list. Boing, boing, boing. So many Alabama quarterbacks. Disrespectful PFF, you disrespectful son of a gun. You gonna put JJ McCarthy. I know. He was injured. Man, and you bringing in Michigan. I mean, he was good in college. He has not. Drake May. PF. Okay, I know my boy Michael Penix has a really, small sample size. All right. I'm more mad about this. And I could be proven wrong. We'll see in 4 months. I'm more mad about this. Yeah. It's like Peter on, Family Guy. Dang. Number 24. Wow. Next. Okay. Cam Ward. 25. This is kind of where I would put JJ McCarthy. McCarthy, excuse me. All right, this tier is crazy. Veterans capable of solid play but could quickly. Dang. PFS bringing up old news. PFF, excuse me, is like that Jay-Z song. We don't believe you. You need more people. We don't believe you. We think that the Sam Darnold that kind of fell apart like a cheap used tire. 26? A rookie who hasn't played. Caleb Fingernail Polish Williams. JJ. My boy Gino. Dang, Sam. That's messed up. All right. Russell Wilson. I mean, at first glance, at first blush, I want to be like saying this is disrespectful, but we saw how he played. The Steelers won in spite of him when they won, not because of him. Justin Fields, number 28, man. If you are a quarterback and you're ever drafted by the Chicago Bears, just switch positions because they're going to ruin your career. Justin Fields, number 28. He's still starting. Okay. Sorry, Flacco. Sorry, my boy. We know how this story ends. I mean, the first time, don't lose 2 games in a row. Don't do it. And that's not even. Oh, well, we know how that's going to go. That doesn't mean anything. Just doesn't mean anything. You are a seat warmer, my friend, and we all know that. Anthony Richardson, number 30. Dang. I mean, that's what happens when you tap out, when you're injured and you tap out like you're playing MMA. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing. You're fighting in MMA because they ain't playing. Like when MMA fighters, they get that rear naked choking and the black starts to, when you get choked out, the black starts to come in and then you get choked out. Anthony Richardson's like, nah, I'm not going to let that little black start to close in on me. I'm just going to tap out of the game. Dang, 30. Wait a minute. Mason Rudolph is still in the NFL. Get out of here. And starting. This is definitely a typo. I'm going to get back to him because there's no way that Mason Rudolph is still a quarterback in the NFL. I'll get back to this at another video because that's not true. Mason Rudolph is no longer a quarterback in the NFL. That's crazy. The Saints got screwed. Derek Carr retired at the 2 weeks. 2 weeks too late. I'm pretty sure they could really have used Shedeur Sanders. New Orleans itself as a city is a good city. I went there last month. As a kid, I loved the Hot Boys and No Limit Records, and I love all the food in New Orleans. But it's the Saints. I don't think I have to say anything more about that. So, this list is kind of crazy. There's some good, but it's mostly bad. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments. But otherwise, I'll talk to you next time.